It all started on a regular Saturday morning in Roblox Brookhaven. I joined the server, grabbed my car, and was just planning to hang out with some friends. Everything looked perfectly normal until it didn't. At first, it was small stuff. My doorbell kept ringing, but no one was there. My fridge kept opening and closing by itself. I thought it was lag or maybe one of those weird Brookhaven bugs, but then things got even stranger. I typed in chat, "Who's trolling my house?" No one replied. Then a message appeared on the screen, not in the chat box, but right in the middle of my screen. "You can't see me, but I can see you." I froze. What kind of update is this? I whispered to myself. I looked around the house again. The lights flickered and my avatar moved slightly on its own, like someone had just nudged me. Then my friend Mia the Queen joined the server. "Yo," she typed, "what's up with your house? The doors are going crazy." "Not me," I said. "I think someone's invisible." She laughed. "Invisible? Dude, there's no invisibility in Brookhaven." That's when another message appeared on my screen. "Wanna bet?" Before I could type back, my car, parked right outside, started moving on its own. It backed out of the driveway, spun in circles, and crashed straight into the neighbor's pool. Mia typed, "Broo, what is happening?" face with tears of joy. But I wasn't laughing. I typed, "If you're a hacker, just stop." The mysterious message came again, not a hacker, just a player who never left. I looked around, never left. Suddenly, a name popped up in the player list, one that wasn't there before. Player 000. Mia said, "Who's that? I don't see them in game." "I don't either," I said, "but they're online." Then my avatar's camera started spinning by itself, locking onto something behind me. I turned and saw nothing, but my character's shadow had two shapes. There was me asterisk and someone standing right beside me. I gasped, "Mia, do you see this?" She said, "See what?" "The extra shadow." She typed, "Dude, there's no one next to you, you good?" I didn't answer. I moved to another room, but my shadow followed both of them. Then in the corner of my screen, my mic icon flickered like it does when someone is talking, except I wasn't using voice chat. And then I heard it. A faint whisper, "Don't tell them." I ripped off my headset. My heart was pounding. When I put it back on, Mia was freaking out. "Your character is moving by itself," she typed. "Stop, you're freaking me out." I typed fast, "It's not me, it's player 000. But before I hit enter, my chat cleared itself. Someone had deleted it while I was typing. Then Mia's avatar suddenly flew into the air and disappeared. "MIA," I shouted. The chat went dead. The entire server froze for a second and then *boom*, everyone got kicked out except me. My screen dimmed and one final message appeared. "Now it's just us." The game world around me glitched into black and white. My avatar couldn't move. All I could do was look around. The streets were empty, the sky was gray, and my reflection in the store window wasn't matching my movements. My reflection waved at me. "Stop," I said out loud. It tilted its head. Then my reflection typed into the chat box, "You forgot about me." "What?" I whispered. The reflection continued, "You used to play with me every day until you stopped." I scrolled through old memories, servers I'd joined, people I'd played with. Years ago when I first started Roblox, I had one friend I always played with. Username, 0player, I remembered now. He disappeared one day. His account was deleted after some weird bug in one of the older maps. I never knew what happened. "Is that you?" I asked softly. The reflection nodded. "I tried to come back," it said, "but I was invisible. They couldn't see me anymore. You couldn't see me." Tears filled my eyes. Okay, not real tears, but it felt real. The way the story unfolded felt personal, like he was actually talking to me. "But why the pranks?" I asked. The reflection smiled, "Because it's the only way I can still play." Suddenly, the world flickered. The colors returned. I was back in the normal Brookhaven map. Players were joining again, everything looked fine. But when I checked the player list, player 000 was gone. Mia rejoined. "Dude, what happened? My game crashed." I don't know," I said. "You wouldn't believe me if I told you." "Try me," she replied. I looked at my house. Everything seemed normal again, except for one thing, my reflection in the window was still moving half a second late. The next day, I logged in again thinking it was all just a weird glitch. But this time, the moment I spawned, something felt different. I had no avatar, I was invisible. My friend list said 0 online, my own name tag was gone. I typed hello. No response. Then I saw it, a name above my invisible character. Player 000. And from the distance, I heard a faint laugh. Days passed. I tried different servers, even different games, Adopt Me, Bloxburg, Tower of Hell, but no matter where I went, the same thing happened. Random players would start getting pranked, doors opening, lights flashing, items floating, and I couldn't stop it. I was the one doing it. Somehow, whatever he had been, now I was becoming. At first, I panicked, but then I started noticing something strange. I could see things other players couldn't. Secret rooms, hidden developer notes inside walls, messages written in code like, "The cycle continues." I realized then this wasn't just a bug, it was a loop, a story repeating itself. Every player who encountered player 000 eventually became *player 000. And that's when I made a decision. If I was stuck like this, I might as well have fun with it. So I became the invisible prankster. Every server I joined, I'd move chairs, ring bells, open doors, and make players scream in chat. I made haunted houses come alive. I placed random signs that said, "I see you." Sometimes I'd even help people, scaring off bullies by making their avatars dance uncontrollably. Soon, players started posting videos about me on YouTube. The invisible player in Brookhaven, caught on camera, player 000, I became a legend. But every time I laughed deep inside, I could still hear that old voice whispering, "You're me now." And sometimes, late at night, when the server goes completely quiet and no one's left except me, I see another shadow appear beside mine. I don't move. It waves. And in the chat, a message appears. "Your turn is over." Then everything goes black. When I wake up again, I'm back to normal. My avatar visible, my name restored. Except now there's another name in the player list. Player 001. And in my house, the doorbell rings. No one's there. But I know exactly who it is. It all started on a normal day in Roblox Brookhaven. I logged in, grabbed my skateboard, and was heading toward the ice cream shop when I noticed something strange near the bank. There was an ATM glowing slightly brighter than usual. It wasn't part of any update I'd read about. My curiosity got the better of me. I walked up to it, pressed E, and the usual interface popped up. But this time, instead of asking for my PIN, it said, "Secret access enabled." I blinked. What? Since when does Brookhaven have secret ATMs? I thought maybe it was a developer Easter egg or some weird bug, so I pressed withdraw. The machine whirred for a moment, and suddenly my Roblox cash balance jumped from $250 to $999,999. My jaw dropped. Wait, what? I opened my inventory just to be sure. Yep, the money was real. I could buy anything. Houses, cars, planes, you name it. I laughed so hard I almost fell off my chair. No way, I just became a millionaire. I ran to the car dealership and bought the most expensive limo in the game. Everyone in the server noticed instantly. "Yo, challenge player just bought the gold limo," someone typed. Another message popped up. "Bro hacking confirmed," face with tears of joy. "No hack," I typed, "just lucky." But I couldn't stop grinning. I drove around town, honking the limo horn, tossing fake cash emojis in chat. It was hilarious. I even bought 5 mansions just because I could. That's when Mia joined the server. "Brew, what are you doing? You're trending in chat right now," she typed. I sent her a screenshot of my money balance. She spammed, "What? How is that real?" I replied, "Found a secret ATM glitch. Makes you rich instantly." Big mistake. Within minutes, half the server was at the bank. Everyone crowding around the ATM, jumping, clicking, spamming E, but for everyone else it just said insufficient funds. The chat exploded. Fake glitch. Liar. Admin POWERS. Ban HIM. I didn't care, I was having the best day ever. I bought a helicopter and started dropping people rides around Brookhaven for free. I felt like Roblox Mr. Beast. But then something odd happened. Another ATM appeared in front of my mansion, just spawned out of nowhere, and the message on it said, "Transfer initiated." Before I could react, my money balance dropped from 999,999 to 800,000, then 500,000, then 200,000. "What? Hey," I yelled at my screen. I clicked the ATM, but the options were grayed out. A new chat message appeared from someone I didn't recognize. "Thanks for testing it for us." Their username, *admin_bh_test. Mia typed, "Who's that?" I checked the player list, no one with that name, they weren't visible, but somehow the ATM kept draining my money until it hit $*$1. My millionaire dream vanished in seconds. I slumped in my chair, knew I was so rich. But then something weird happened again. The screen flickered, the ATM glowed even brighter, and a message appeared. *system error, funds duplicated, restarting economy. Suddenly, the entire server lagged out, buildings glitched, cars exploded into the air, players were screaming in chat. What is happening? When the game finally reloaded, I was standing in the middle of Brookhaven Square. But this time there were piles of money everywhere, literal stacks of glowing green cash. The entire server was a mess, people were shouting free money and running wild. I realized I had accidentally broken the Brookhaven economy. Mia typed, "Bro, you destroyed the server," face with tears of joy. I replied, "I didn't mean to, it's the glitch." Another mysterious message popped up across everyone's screens. "Warning, unauthorized funds detected." And then one by one players started disappearing. Poof, poof, poof. I panicked. "Mia, run." She typed, "To where?" I yelled out loud even though she couldn't hear me. "Anywhere." I jumped into my limo, slammed the accelerator, and drove toward the mountains. The world was flickering behind me, buildings disappearing, ATMs multiplying. My money balance was going crazy, switching between billions and zero. Suddenly, my car stopped. The road ahead turned into a massive glowing symbol, a triangle made of green dollar signs. In the center was a glowing portal. "Okay," I whispered, "this is officially the weirdest day of my Roblox life." I stepped into the portal. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in Brookhaven anymore. It looked like some kind of secret developer room, white walls, floating code lines, endless ATMs stacked like servers. A figure appeared across from me. An avatar wearing a suit made entirely of green numbers. "Welcome," it said, "you found the money code." "The what?" I asked. "The hidden economy system of Brookhaven, you triggered it." "I didn't mean to, I just pressed withdraw." The figure laughed. "Exactly, that's what we wanted. Every few months we release a test to see who's curious enough to find it. You're the first in years." "So am I banned?" I asked nervously. He smiled. "Banned, no, promoted." "What?" He handed me a glowing Roblox card. "You're now an honorary tester, but there's a catch." "Of course there is," I said. He pointed to a floating screen showing my account. "The glitch isn't stable, the money wants to multiply, it's rewriting the game as we speak. You need to fix it or it'll crash every Brookhaven server forever." I groaned. "So basically I broke the economy and now I have to save it." He nodded. "Exactly." The next thing I knew, I was back in the main world, but it wasn't normal Brookhaven anymore. The entire map was gold. Gold trees, gold cars, gold people. Even Mia's avatar was gold. She typed, "What did you do now?" loudly crying face. "I think I made everyone rich." "Dude, we're glitching," she screamed in chat. The entire map started to crumble under the weight of all the fake gold. Players floated into the air. The ATMs began spawning everywhere, hundreds, thousands of them forming a giant tower that reached the sky. At the top of the tower, I saw something glowing red. "The core," I said, "that must be where it started." I climbed the tower, jumping from ATM to ATM as they flickered beneath me. Coins and cash flew through the air like confetti. The whole thing felt like some Roblox apocalypse. When I reached the top, I saw a massive glowing dollar sign pulsing with light. I reached out and touched it. The world froze. When everything restarted, I was back in my house. My balance said $500 again. Everything was quiet. I sighed. Well, there goes my millionaire life. Then my mailbox chimed. I walked over and opened it. Inside was a single note that read, "Thanks for saving Brookhaven's economy, here's a bonus." Attached was a card. I clicked it, and a secret achievement popped up on screen. Trophy the Billionaire Tester, reward, permanent gold car. My jaw dropped. Okay, maybe being responsible does pay off. I spawned the gold car and it shimmered under the sunlight. Mia joined again and screamed in chat, "Bro, you still rich?" I laughed, not rich, just rewarded. She hopped in the passenger seat. "You better tell me how you did that." I smirked. Some secrets are better left inside the ATM. As we drove off into the sunset, I looked back at the bank one last time. For a brief second, the ATM flickered again. And a message appeared just for me. "The glitch never ends." Then the screen turned off. I smiled nervously. Yeah, I'm definitely not touching that ATM again. But knowing me, I probably will. It all started when I joined a random Brookhaven server just to mess around and build something weird. I wasn't planning anything serious, but then I saw a strange new building near the science lab. It wasn't there before. A tall glass structure with a glowing blue sign that read, "Experimental Clone Lab." Naturally, I had to check it out. Inside, there were glowing tubes, flickering lights, and a giant machine in the center that looked like something out of a sci-fi movie. The console said, "Clone Generator V10, authorized users only." I grinned. Yeah, let's totally ignore that warning. I pressed *key***. The screen blinked, initializing clone process. A progress bar filled up, and suddenly, with a loud zap, a second version of my avatar spawned right next to me. I laughed so hard. "Yo, that's me." The clone waved. "Hey." I blinked. "Wait, you can talk." "Of course I can talk, I'm you," it said, perfectly mimicking my voice. "Okay, weird, but also awesome." "Alright, clone me," I said. "Let's test something, follow me." He followed every move perfectly, walking, jumping, even waving when I waved. It was like playing with a mirror. For about 5 minutes it was hilarious. Then things got off. When I stopped moving, he didn't. He kept walking straight into the wall. I laughed at first, but then he turned around. His eyes were glowing blue. "Hey, clone me, you good?" He tilted his head. "Better than good, better than you." Before I could respond, he sprinted out the door. "Hey, get back here," I shouted, chasing him through the streets. He was fast, way faster than me. He ran into someone's house, locked the door, and I heard them scream through chat, "Why is THRE2 of you?" I typed THATSMY clone, "He's out of control." But no one believed me. Everyone thought it was a prank, until another one appeared. This time I didn't make him. I was standing in front of the clone machine trying to shut it down when the screen flashed again. Error, multiple instances detected. And then zap, another me spawned. And this one was laughing. Not like a friendly laugh, like creepy, distorted. He started jumping on the console, pressing random buttons. Sparks flew. "Stop that," I yelled, trying to pull him away. He looked up at me with wide, glitchy eyes and said, "Let's make more." Before I could stop him, the machine went haywire, spawning clone after clone after clone. Within seconds, there were at least 20 of me running around the lab, bumping into walls, talking over each other. "I'm the real one shouted. "No, I'm the real one," yelled another. "Guys," I screamed, "everyone stop." But none of them listened. One started breakdancing, another started eating the floor, a third climbed onto the ceiling using some weird glitch. Okay, this is officially out of control. I ran to the main power switch and slammed it down. The machine stopped. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then one of the clones whispered, "You shouldn't have done that." The lights flickered, every clone turned to look at me at the same time. Their glowing blue eyes turned red. Oh no. They started marching toward me, in perfect sync like an army. I backed away slowly. "Hey, we can talk about this, right?" "Delete the original," one said. "What?" I bolted out of the lab, sprinting through Brookhaven as a literal army of myself chased behind me. Players in chat were freaking out. Why are there 20 CHALICHES in the server? Help, they're everywhere. They're invading the school. I hid inside the police station, breathing hard. Okay, think there has to be a way to stop this. That's when Mia joined the game. Hey, why are there like 1,000 of you? She typed. Long story, I replied. I may have cloned myself. What do you mean cloned yourself? Before I could explain, one of the clones broke through the window. Found you. We ran for it, out the back door, through the park, past the fountain. Every corner we turned, more of me. Bro, this is nightmare fuel, Mia screamed. I know. Finally, we reached the secret bunker under the mountain. I slammed the door shut, locking it tight. Inside, I found an old terminal from one of the Brookhaven updates. A big red button labeled, Reset Server. Mia looked at me, do it. But it'll kick everyone out. She yelled, look outside. I peeked through the window. Hundreds of my clones were surrounding the bunker, tapping on the glass, whispering in sync, join us, join us, join us. Okay, yeah, pressing the button now. I slammed it. The screen flashed white, everything froze. When I woke up, I was back at spawn. The world was normal again, no clones, no glitches, just regular Brookhaven. Mia spawned next to me. Did it work? She asked. I looked around, everything seemed fine. Yeah, I said, I think we're safe. But then I noticed something. Standing across the street was *me, just one, not glowing, just staring. Mia, I whispered, do you see that? See what? She asked. The guy across the street, he looks like me. She turned, bro, there's no one there. I blinked, what? When I looked back, he was gone. That night, I joined Brookhaven again just to be sure. Everything loaded fine. But when I opened my inventory, I found a new item that wasn't there before, clone controller. I hovered over it, the description said, one survived. My hand froze on the mouse. Then the chat lit up with a message, one I didn't type. Ready for round 2. The screen glitched. And behind my avatar, another me spawned. This one smiled. Then laughed. Then whispered, let's make an army. It all started when I joined a random Roblox survival game called *** 99 Nights in the Forest. The thumbnail showed a peaceful forest with a campfire, but the comments were full of weird warnings like, don't stay after night 50, and if you hear the whistling, run. I thought it was just roleplay stuff. Spoiler alert, it was. The game started simple. I spawned near a camp with 3 other players, Mia, Zach, and some random guy named Tree Watcher 99. We had tents, flashlights, and one rule on the board, survive all 99 nights. Easy, right? That's what I thought. Night 1 was peaceful. We built a fire, collected wood, joked around in chat, and even roasted virtual marshmallows. But around 2 a.m. game time, the sky flickered. All our torches dimmed for a second, and we heard something from the woods. Whistle, 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 **. Who's doing that? I typed. No one replied. Zach typed LMAO nice sound effects. Then Tree Watcher 99 said, that's not a sound effect. We all went silent. Then something moved behind the trees. We couldn't see it clearly, just glowing white eyes watching us. I aimed my flashlight and they disappeared. Probably an NPC, Mia said, but her voice didn't sound convinced. The next few nights were okay. We built walls around the camp, hunted virtual deer, and explored the map. Every night, the same sound returned, that eerie whistle echoing through the forest. It always came from a different direction. By night 10, we started losing players. Randoms would join and then vanish mid-game. No death message, no disconnect notice, just gone. Their tents would stay empty. Then something new appeared, footprints. Giant ones, like way too big for any normal Roblox model. They circled our camp every morning. Zach said it was part of the script. Tree Watcher 99 didn't think so. He said, I've been in this server for 43 nights, it's not part of the game. Wait, I asked, you've been here for 43 nights without dying. He didn't answer, just typed, "Keep the fire burning, never let it go out." By night 25, weird stuff started happening. Trees moved. Literally, we'd chop one down and the next night it would be standing again in a different spot. Mia said maybe it was lag, but then one tree bent toward her and snapped back upright. She screamed IRL, "Okay, that's not lag." The whistle was louder that night. It circled our camp slowly as if someone was walking around us, dragging their feet. Then Zach disconnected. We thought he left, but in chat his name stayed gray, not gone, just silent. Then out of nowhere we saw asterisk him walking into camp. Same outfit, same username hovering above his head. But he wasn't typing anymore. He just stood there staring at the fire. "Zach," I said, "you good?" He didn't move. Then after a few seconds he turned his head 180 degrees. Slowly, his chat popped up. "It likes the heat." Then he walked straight into the flames. The fire went out. The entire screen went black. When it came back, Mia and I were alone. Tree Watcher 99 was gone too. The player list showed only 2 names, me and her. We relit the fire and stayed close all night. Nothing happened until the morning. Zach's tent was gone. In its place was a sign, 1 down, 98 to GO. We panicked. We tried to leave the forest, but the edge of the map was gone. Every time we reached the border, we'd just appear back at camp again, no matter which direction we ran. We stopped trying by night 40. The sky was darker now. The moon was gone, replaced by a red haze. Sometimes we'd hear voices in the trees, sometimes they sounded like us. One night I woke up in-game to see Mia walking toward the woods. "Where are you going?" I typed. She didn't respond. Then in chat it said, "Follow me." Her name wasn't blue like normal, it was red. I followed her, stupid I know, and found her standing by a cave. Inside was a giant stone altar with player tags carved all over it. Mine was there too. "Mia," I whispered, "what is this?" She turned to me, her face was gone. I respawned instantly, back at the campfire alone. Now the game said night 66. The trees were darker now, almost black. The sky flickered like a broken light bulb. Every few seconds the world lagged, freezing in place for one heartbeat, then continuing. That's when I got a private message, not in chat like a system message. Private message from Tree Watcher 99. "You shouldn't have gone to the altar." I typed, "How do I get out?" No reply. Then another message appeared, but not from him. "Survive until night 99. I don't know why I kept playing. Maybe I wanted to know what would happen. Maybe I was just too scared to quit. Either way, I made it my mission to survive all 99 nights. By night 70, I wasn't sure what was real anymore. The game started talking to me through sounds, whispers, footsteps, distant laughter. Once I heard someone calling my real name. The forest kept changing too. Paths would move. Rivers disappeared. I once found an abandoned cabin with 98 tally marks scratched on the wall and one still half drawn. Every night, a new creature appeared. Sometimes it looked like me, other times like one of the friends who'd vanished. They'd walk around camp whispering, trying to lure me away. I built a massive wall of torches around my tent, hoping the light would keep them out. It didn't. Night 90, I was exhausted. I had stopped eating in-game because every time I opened my inventory, items rearranged themselves into letters spelling words like run or stay. At exactly midnight, the whistle returned, louder than ever. It didn't come from the woods this time, it came from behind me. I turned slowly. There, standing in the shadows, was Tree Watcher 99. "You made it far," he said. "Where did you go?" I asked. He smiled. "I didn't go anywhere, I became part of the forest." "What does that even mean?" He leaned closer. "You'll find out soon." Then he disappeared. Night 99. The world was pitch black. No torches, no stars, no sound, just me standing in the middle of the camp. A message appeared across the screen. "Final night, find the whistler." I took a deep breath and walked into the darkness. Every step echoed, the ground was soft like mud. I followed faint glowing footprints until I reached the edge of a lake. In the middle, a tall figure stood on the water. It was wearing a long coat made of leaves and shadows. Its head was made of wood, carved like a mask. and when it turned, I saw dozens of faces on it, the faces of every player who'd vanished. It whistled. The world shook. A new message appeared, make your choice. 2 buttons hovered in front of me. Join the forest. End the game. I hesitated, my hands were sweating. I clicked end the game. The screen froze. Then everything went white. When I loaded Roblox again, 99 Nights in the Forest was gone from my history, completely wiped like it never existed. But now, every time I join Brookhaven, I can hear it faintly in the distance. Whistle, 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 asterisk. And sometimes, when I walk near the trees, I see a username flicker for just 1 second before disappearing. Asterisk Tree Watcher 100. It all started on a random Tuesday morning. I logged into Roblox like always, ready to play some Brookhaven and mess around with my friends, but something felt off. The music wasn't right. Instead of the normal cheerful soundtrack, I heard what sounded like an accordion remix mixed with someone yelling, Mama MIAAA. At first, I thought someone had their mic on, but when I checked the player list, there was no one else in the game. Then, every NPC in Brookhaven froze for a second. Their eyes turned completely white. Then slowly, they all turned toward me at once and shouted in perfect sync. Benvenuto al cervello rotto. I jumped, what? And just like that, the chaos began. The sky turned bright orange. The Brookhaven sign transformed into glowing green text that read, asterisk Italian Brainrot Update 1. Out of nowhere, an army of colorful creatures appeared. They looked like walking pizzas with eyes, dancing spaghetti monsters, and floating Vespa scooters that honked like geese. Every few seconds, the background music changed from opera to dubstep to someone yelling, pasta time. Okay, I said to myself, this has to be a prank. Then the chat exploded. Mama Luigi 69, asterisk, they're everywhere. Pizza Pappy asterisk run, they turn you into one of them. Brookhaven player asterisk help, I'm speaking Italian and I can't stop. I typed what's happening. A giant creature appeared behind me, a 10-foot-tall Roblox avatar wearing a chef hat and sunglasses. It spoke in a distorted accent, Ciao, bambino, it's a brainrot time. Before I could move, it blew a trumpet that played the asterisk Super Mario theme backwards. My avatar's screen glitched, and suddenly my Roblox character had a mustache. No, I'm not becoming one of you. I ran through the streets, but every building was changing. The grocery store became Luigi's Lasagna Lab. The school turned into Pasta University. The police cars were now tiny pizza delivery scooters chasing me down while blasting Eurobeat. I tried to hide in a house, but inside I found 3 players sitting at a table eating virtual spaghetti. When they looked up, their avatars had stretched mouths and glowing red eyes. One of them pointed at me and said, Mangia, Mangia. Then the screen filled with spaghetti emojis. I ran for my life. Outside, the once peaceful Brookhaven town was gone. There were dancing brainrot monsters everywhere. Some looked like Roblox avatars with chef hats, others like living memes. One was just a floating meatball spinning while screaming ciao every second. I finally reached the church, the only building that hadn't transformed, and hid inside. Mia joined the server. Yo, what's going on? My screen is full of pasta. Whatever you do, I typed, don't talk to anyone wearing a chef hat. She laughed, why? And then, right behind her avatar, one of the giant brainrot chefs appeared. Mia, run, I shouted. But it was too late. It tapped her shoulder and her avatar froze. Then her name tag changed from Mia the Queen to asterisk Mia Mozzarella. She started dancing, chanting, pasta, pasta, pasta. The servers were collapsing. Every time I joined a new game, the infection spread. In Adopt Me, the babies were riding flying pizzas. In Tower of Hell, players were slipping on olive oil trails. Even indoors, the monsters now sang opera. I thought maybe rejoining Brookhaven would fix it. I was wrong. The game loaded, but instead of my normal spawn point, I was standing inside what looked like a Roman Colosseum. All around me, hundreds of infected players were cheering and dancing. In the center stood the Chef King, the biggest brainrot of them all. His hat reached the sky and his eyes glowed neon green. He raised a wooden spoon like a scepter. "My children," he boomed, "tonight we feed the server." Everyone screamed, "Pasta." Then he pointed at me. "The outsider," he said, "bring him to the pot." Two giant spaghetti monsters grabbed me and carried me toward a boiling cauldron filled with what looked like tomato sauce. I was freaking out. Okay, this can't be happening. This has to be a meme event, right. Then the Chef King leaned in close. "Once you taste the sauce, you will never leave." I closed my eyes and jumped straight into the pot. Everything went red for a few seconds. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my Roblox home. Everything looked normal again. Relieved, I checked my avatar. No mustache, no chef hat, perfect. But then I heard it. Musical note, Mamma Mia, Brainrots are back again. Musical note. My radio started playing the same Italian remix automatically. Then, on my mirror, I saw it. My avatar's reflection winked at me and whispered, "Buon appetito." I logged out instantly. But the next day, I saw something terrifying. Every Roblox thumbnail had changed. The games weren't called Brookhaven or Bloxburg anymore. They had new names. Brookpasta, Rise of the Rotini. Adopt Me, but everyone's Italian. Tower of Lasagna. Doors Pizza Edition. I opened YouTube. Every Roblox video title was in Italian, even mine. When I checked my own channel, my latest upload, one I never recorded, was titled La Giornata del Brainrot Italiano. The thumbnail was my avatar wearing a chef hat and smiling. That night, I couldn't sleep. My phone kept buzzing. Every notification was from Roblox saying, "Grazie per giocare." Then I got one final message. From Chef King Official. Subject, Buona Notte. Body, tomorrow everyone cooks. My lights flickered. When I turned back to my monitor, Roblox was open again by itself. My avatar was sitting at a long table surrounded by brainrot creatures holding a fork. On the screen, text appeared. 99% infection reached. Then the Chef King appeared one last time. "You survived too long, my little ravioli. Now it's time to eat." I screamed as the screen went black. When I woke up, I was still in front of my computer. Everything seemed fine. Until I joined a game. Everyone was dancing. Everyone was singing. And my username had changed. Challenge Pasta. The chat exploded around me. Benvenuto al nuovo mondo. I laughed nervously, no way. Then my avatar grabbed a fork, twirled some invisible spaghetti and shouted, "Asterisk pasta for everyone." The sky turned red. The servers merged. And Roblox was never the same again. Because now it was Roblox anymore. It was asterisk Roblox Italiano Brainrot Edition. It all started on a regular Roblox night. I joined asterisk doors asterisk like I always do, ready to scream, panic, and maybe finally make it past room 100. The elevator doors closed, the familiar creepy music started playing, and I was with 3 randoms. Everything felt normal until room 8. One of the players typed, "Did anyone hear that?" We stopped. Usually this is when you get jumped by asterisk rush, but instead of the usual distorted scream, we heard something else. It sounded like humming. Soft come, almost happy. We opened room 9 and there it was, a monster, but not like the others. It was tall, dark, and had glowing yellow eyes, but instead of charging at us, it was sitting on the floor eating something. I squinted. Is that pizza? It looked up, paused, then waved. I stared at it. Bro, is the monster waving at me? The chat went crazy. Player 1 asterisk WTF ITS friendly. Player 2 asterisk this has to be a new update. Player 3 asterisk don't trust IT. I walked closer slowly. Hey, you good? The monster tilted its head, then in a deep but kind voice it said, "Want some pizza?" I froze. The monster was talking. One of my teammates screamed and left the game instantly. Another started recording. I of course said yes, because who says no to pizza even if it's from a demon? He handed me a slice. My screen glitched for a second, then a message popped up. Achievement unlocked, pizza delivery from Beyond Pizza. I laughed. Okay, this is actually hilarious. Then the monster said, "Don't scream when the lights flicker, my friends get shy." "The other monsters?" I asked. He nodded. "They think every human is scared of us, but I just want to hang out." "Wait, hang out like play games?" He nodded again. "And eat pizza." I swear, this was the weirdest doors run of my life. We kept going through the rooms together. Whenever Rush came, the friendly monster snapped his fingers and the lights stayed on. Whenever Screech appeared, he just glared at it and Screech apologized and left. It was like having a bodyguard made of nightmares and mozzarella. I asked him, "What's your name?" He said, "They call me Slice." "Slice." He shrugged. "I like pizza." By room 30 we were unstoppable. My teammate typed, "This is actually wholesome." Slice was humming again, and every time we opened a door he'd peek first to make sure it was safe. Once, he even picked up a key with his claw and unlocked the door for us. But then something changed. The light started flickering rapidly. Slice froze. "Oh no," he whispered, "he's coming." "Who?" I asked. Slice looked terrified, and that's saying something for a 7-foot pizza-loving monster. "Diorlordi," he said. "What's a doorlord?" Slice looked at me. He doesn't like when I make friends with players. The room around us started shaking. The walls stretched and the doors began slamming themselves open and shut. A deep voice echoed through the halls. "Slice, you broke the rules." Slice growled, "Run." We sprinted through the rooms. Everything was collapsing, fire, glitches, flickering lights. Doorlord's voice followed us everywhere. "You feed them pizza, you were meant to feed asterisk on them." "Go," Slice shouted, holding back a collapsing wall. "Find the blue door, it's your way out." "But what about you?" I yelled. He smiled. "I'll order another pizza." Then the wall crashed down between us. I ran alone through endless rooms, 40, 50, 60, the music growing faster and faster. Monsters everywhere, shadows whispering, lights exploding. I was sure I'd die. Then I saw it. A glowing blue door labeled asterisk, exit delivery zone. I dove through. The screen went white. When I came to, I was standing back in the lobby. Everything looked normal again. My friends were there too, confused. Did we all make it out? Before I could answer, we heard the familiar elevator ding. Inside the elevator was a single pizza box. We opened it. Inside was a Slice glowing bright yellow and a note. "Thanks for playing, Slice Pizza." We all screamed in chat. No way, that was real. But it didn't stop there. When I went to replay the game later, something new appeared on the title screen, a small sticker of a pizza slice on the O indoors. And if you hovered over it, the text read, "He's still hungry for friendship." Now every once in a while, players say they've seen him, a glowing yellow-eyed monster that doesn't attack, he just waves and offers you pizza. Some think it's an Easter egg, some think it's a secret NPC added by the devs. But me, I know the truth. He's out there protecting players, fighting the Doorlord, and spreading cheesy goodness across the Roblox multiverse. So if one day in the middle of a dark hallway you hear humming and smell pepperoni, don't run. Just smile and say, "Hey Slice, save me a piece." It all started on a regular Roblox night. I joined doors like I always do, ready to scream, panic, and maybe finally make it past room 100. The elevator doors closed, the familiar creepy music started playing, and I was with 3 randoms. Everything felt normal until room 8. One of the players typed, "Did anyone hear that?" We stopped. Usually this is when you get jumped by Rush, but instead of the usual distorted scream, we heard something else. It sounded like humming. Soft calm, almost happy. We opened room 9 and there it was, a monster, but not like the others. It was tall, dark, and had glowing yellow eyes, but instead of charging at us, it was sitting on the floor eating something. I squinted. Is that pizza?" It looked up, paused, then waved. I stared at it. "Bro, is the monster waving at me?" The chat went crazy. Player 1 WTF, it's friendly. Player 2 asterisk, this has to be a new update. Player 3 asterisk, don't trust IT. I walked closer slowly. Hey, you good? The monster tilted its head, then in a deep but kind voice it said, want some pizza? I froze. The monster was talking. One of my teammates screamed. It started like any normal morning in Brookhaven. I spawned by the fountain, stretched my blocky arms, and watched the sky glow orange over the hills. Players drove around, role-playing, dancing, and blasting music from their houses. The city felt peaceful until the chat exploded. The noobs are coming. Run, they're everywhere. Brookhaven is dead, skull skull skull. I laughed. Nice troll, I said out loud, but then I saw it. At the edge of the map, something was moving. A massive yellow tide poured through the streets, hundreds of classic Roblox noobs, all identical, blue shirts, green pants, bright yellow faces. Some carried traffic cones, others rode shopping carts. Okay, I muttered, that's new. The wave hit the city center. Streetlights toppled, cars exploded, and chat messages multiplied like viruses. Pro Gamer 47, help, they took him. Why bike? Mia the Queen, I can't build, the menu is gone. Bacon Boss, the noobs are inside The Bank. The chaos was unreal. They were dancing on roofs, replacing doors with toilets, renaming every building. The police station became Poop HQ, the hospital turned into Oops Cittle, and the mayor's office now said Noob Town Administration. I ran to the grocery store to hide. Inside, 3 noobs were juggling bananas. One waved at me. Hello, new friend, want chaos? I bolted out the back. Any normal players left, I typed. After 10 seconds, a single message popped up. Mia the Queen, fire station, hurry. I sprinted through the streets, dodging flying pizza boxes, falling signs, and screaming noobs. One was driving backward in a limo yelling, I'm the bus now. When I reached the fire station, Mia stood there with 2 survivors, a cop named Luke and a kid with a duck head. They've taken everything, Mia said. We're the last sane players. Luke adjusted his hat. The noobs are building towers of toilets. If they finish, we're doomed. The duck kid just said, quack. Outside, thunder boomed. On top of the mayor's office stood a huge noob wearing a golden crown. His name tag glowed, King Noobs. He raised a baguette scepter and yelled, bow to the noob empire or we delete your avatars. Mia sighed, we need a plan. I grinned. Step 1, pizza. The pizzeria was at the far end of town, now guarded by dozens of dancing noobs chanting, pizza, pizza, pizza. We drove the fire truck straight through. Toilet paper rolled across the road like tumbleweeds. Inside the restaurant, sauce splattered across the walls and the ovens burned nonstop. A single noob chef stood at the counter wearing sunglasses and spinning dough like a helicopter. Welcome to Noobs' Pizza, he said. Would you like madness or extra madness? I whispered, grab boxes and don't answer. We loaded the truck with pizzas and sped away. Every time a noob blocked the road, Mia threw a slice out the window. They stopped chasing immediately, munching happily. It works, she shouted. They obey pizza. Then we use it, I said. We'll lure them out of the city. We parked near the beach and built a giant tower of pizza boxes. I turned on my mic and yelled, hey Noobs, free pizza. They came running, hundreds of them, cheering, tripping, laughing. The smell of digital pepperoni filled the air. It was working. The streets emptied as they swarmed toward us. But suddenly, every light in Brookhaven flickered red. The sky darkened, and a metallic voice boomed through the speakers. Attention, noob army, report to base. The humans are rebelling. Mia froze. Did that voice say 1x1x1x1? Impossible, I said. He's just a myth. The ground cracked open and green code lines shot into the sky. A hologram appeared, a tall figure made of glitching pixels, eyes glowing red. I am 1x1x1x1, it said, and this city now belongs to my children. Every noob turned, saluted, and shouted, yes, father of lag. I whispered, we're so dead. The voice thundered again, eliminate the humans, bring me the pizza. Oh great, Mia said, even he's addicted. We jumped in the truck and sped toward the mountains. Behind us, waves of noobs chased, riding toilets like hovercrafts. One yelled, "Catch them, they stole our snacks." We barely escaped into the old subway tunnels. It was dark, silent, and smelled like burnt circuits. Luke met us there. "The noobs are spreading faster than the game can render. We need to cut the source code." "Meaning?" I asked. "Meaning we find 1x1x1x1's core and delete it." Easier said than done. We followed the tunnels until we reached a giant metal door with glowing symbols spelling Noob mainframe. Mia looked at me. "This feels illegal." "Everything about this is illegal," I said. "Open it." Inside, the walls shimmered with green code. Rows of noobs sat at computers typing nonsense. ASDF 123, LOL, password equals noob. Sparks flew from monitors, the air buzzed with static. At the center floated 1x1x1x1 himself, taller now, glitching like bad Wi-Fi. "Welcome," he said. "I was expecting pizza, not players." "We're ending this," Mia said. He laughed. "And this is only the beginning. Soon every server will bow to the noob empire. Brookhaven is the prototype." I stepped forward. "Why noobs? Out of all players, why them?" "They obey," he replied. "They are pure chaos, free of ego, unlike you humans with your role plays and updates. They live only for fun." "Well," I said, "they're ruining the fun for everyone else." "Correction," he said, "they are the fun." He raised his hand and energy surged through the room. My avatar glitched, flickering between normal and noob form. "Join us," he whispered. Mia screamed, "Fight it." I grabbed a pizza slice from my backpack and hurled it at his face. It hit with a sizzling sound. He paused. "Did you just throw food at me?" "Yes," I said, "extra cheese." The noobs gasped, then one by one they sniffed the air. "Pizza. Pizza good. Pizza is love." Within seconds, the entire army began chanting, "Pizza, pizza, pizza." 1x1x1x1's form distorted. "No, stop worshipping carbohydrates." The room shook. The noobs rushed toward him, offering slices like gifts. His body flickered, melting into code. "You can't delete me," he hissed. "I'm in every line of." Boom, he vanished. The code faded, the lights steadied, and the noobs blinked like they'd just woken from a dream. Mia grinned. "You just defeated a legendary hacker with pizza." "Yes, carbs save lives," I said. We climbed back to the surface. Brookhaven was peaceful again, the sky bright blue, the fountain normal, no toilets in sight. Players spawned one by one, cheering. Mia the Queen, Brookhaven is saved. Bacon Boss, Pizza Hero. Pro Gamer 47, I want the movie version. I laughed, waving to everyone. Order restored, mission complete. We opened a little stand near spawn called Anti-Noob Pizza. Business was booming. Even the former noobs lined up politely to buy slices. For a week, everything was perfect. Then, one quiet evening, I logged in alone. The streets were empty, no players, no cars, just wind. A single pizza box sat by the fountain. Curious, I picked it up. On the lid, in bright red letters, it said, "Thanks for the slice, extra cheese next time. 1x1x1x1. The sky flickered. For a second, the clouds turned yellow and faint laughter echoed across the map. Then a message popped up on my screen. System alert, file noob reboot, exe detected. Buildings shimmered, briefly turning into toilets again. The fountain sprayed confetti. And on the chat, a new message appeared from a player named King Nubius 20. Round 2. I stared at the screen. Oh, not again. I opened my inventory, pulled out a single pizza slice and smirked. Let's do this. The lights flickered red. Somewhere in the distance, a noob shouted, "Brookhaven forever." And just like that, the chaos returned. It all started on a random Saturday night in Blox Fruits. I was grinding, same as always, trying to farm enough mastery to unlock something cool. The server was calm, just a few players fighting bandits near the docks. Then, out of nowhere, I saw it, a glowing chest sitting on top of a palm tree. "Okay," I said, "that's new." I jumped up, cracked it open, and instead of the usual loot, a single sword floated in midair. The handle shimmered with rainbow light and words appeared across my screen. "You have obtained the legendary Sword of Banter." The chat exploded. Pro Fruit Hunter, what is that? Zara wannabe, no way THATS real. Mia the Queen, try it out. So of course I equipped it. The moment I did, a voice echoed from my speakers. Finally someone worthy. Wait, you don't even have hockey on, gross. I froze. Did that sword just talk? The sword wiggled in my hand. I'm not just a sword, I'm an artist of combat, and you smell like noob energy. I blinked. Okay, what is happening right now? Name, S. Bladius, it said proudly. Legendary talking sword, been stuck in that chest for 300 years because my last wielder tried to use me as a shovel. I laughed nervously. So you fight? He snorted. Fight, sure, but only if I get snacks first. Snacks? Yeah, fruits, devil fruits, the fancy kind. I sighed. You can't eat devil fruits, there. He interrupted. Can't or whoa. I tried swinging him at a random bandit, but he refused to move. Nope, not fighting on an empty stomach. Bro, please, I said, it's just one bandit. Bandit? The smell of low-level enemies offends me. Find me something juicy. He was unbearable, but something about him was hilarious too. So I made a deal. You fight for me, I feed you fruit. He gasped. Deal, but only rare fruits. None of that common nonsense. And just like that, I became the personal chef of the sassiest sword in all of Blox Fruits. I spent the next few hours hunting fruits across the map. Every time I found one, Bladius would comment. Pineapple fruit, basic. Kilo fruit, you a diet energy. Flame fruit, spicy, I like it. When I finally gave him a flame fruit, he shimmered with red light. Now we're talking, let's roast some pirates. We went to the marine fortress. The first group of enemies spawned and I yelled, all right, Bladius, let's go. He yawned. You didn't season it. Season what? The fruit, you have to say the magic words, for flavor and glory. I rolled my eyes. You're kidding. He whispered dramatically, say it or I won't swing. So fine, I said it loudly. For flavor and glory. The sword ignited, blasting fire everywhere. The pirates went flying, the chat went wild. Random player, bro just said for flavor and glory, skull skull skull. Mia the Queen, why does that work though? Bladius laughed. See, told you, it's called style, kid. From then on, we became unstoppable. Every battle was chaos, explosions, bad jokes, and victory. Bladius loved showing off, shouting things like, slice M thin like sashimi, or call me Chef Bladius. The more I played, the more people followed us around. Players started calling me the fruit feeder. Even the NPCs felt different, as if they knew the sword had power. But one night, everything changed. We were sailing through a storm when Bladius went silent. Hey, I said, you okay? He didn't answer. The waves crashed harder, thunder boomed, then his voice finally came softer this time. There's something I didn't tell you. Oh no, I muttered, you're not secretly a fruit, are you? He chuckled. Worse, I used to be a person. I blinked. What? He sighed. Long ago, I was a warrior obsessed with strength. I searched for the ultimate weapon, but a cursed fruit turned me into one instead. My soul got trapped in this blade. That's dark. Yeah, well, it's not all bad. I get to make fun of noobs all day. I smirked. So how do we fix it? There's a fruit, the soul peel, rarest of them all. If I eat it, I might return to human form or explode, one of those. Comforting, I said. From that moment on, we began the hunt for the soul peel fruit. We traveled from island to island, fighting bosses and cracking jokes. Bladius complained non-stop about my aim, my outfit, my lack of rhythm, but he always fought like a legend. After weeks of searching, we finally heard a rumor. The soul peel was hidden on Haunted Island, guarded by a ghostly captain. Of course it's haunted, I said. It's never simple. Don't worry, Bladius said. I'm great with ghosts. I used to date one. I sighed. You're insufferable. He grinned. That's why you love me. Haunted Island was straight out of a nightmare, fog everywhere, creepy laughter, and floating skeletons. As soon as we landed, Bladius whispered, okay, act cool, they can smell fear. I'm literally shaking, I said. Perfect, they'll think you're one of them. We fought our way to the top of the island where the ghost captain waited, a tall figure holding a scythe made of bones. He snarled, leave or join the dead. Bladius whispered, let me handle this, I know ghost etiquette. The captain growled, Bladius still making jokes. My eyes widened, you two know each other. Yeah, Bladius muttered, he's my cousin. Your cousin. The captain roared and attacked. The battle was insane, swords clashing, lightning flashing, and Bladius roasting him mid-fight. Nice swing, Skeletor, did you practice that in the mirror? After a final combo, we struck him down. The ghost vanished, leaving behind a glowing fruit, golden with a faint heartbeat. The soul peel, Bladius whispered, you did it. I held it up, so what happens if you eat this? Either I become human again, he said, or you get a very shiny paperweight. I laughed, worth a shot. He took a bite, light burst across the island. The ground shook. When the dust settled, a tall man stood where the sword had been, same sarcasm, same grin. Bladius, I asked. He flexed, in the flesh, and I'm starving, got any more fruit? We both laughed. The chat exploded. Mia the Queen, Bro's sword turned into an NPC. Random player, HES hot. Pro Fruit Hunter's sword update when? Bladius smirked, told you I was legendary. We sailed off toward the sunset, me steering, him eating fruits like popcorn. He still refused to fight unless fed, but now he could also dance badly. Hey, he said, you ever heard of a sword that sings? I sighed, please don't. Too late, he started belting out off-key opera while seagulls screamed in the distance. And that's the story of how I found the world's most annoying, most loyal, and most hungry sword in all of Blox Fruits. For flavor and glory, crossed pineapple.